I hate to tell it and frame it like this, and maybe this would spur people on to, kind of start a grassroots effort and help us support what we do here with Corey each and every Tuesday. But truth be known, does this really pay either one of us to do this?
Well, we appreciate the people who tune in to watch every week, and I appreciate it I know my listeners on my podcast platform appreciate this. I think I've said this before, and I'll double down on it. I think this podcast, your podcast on Tuesday afternoons, is maybe the best Iowa podcast out there. I'm sure others would disagree, but I think you for not being an Iowa guy, uh, given your expertise with the game in general. I just enjoy listening. I listen back. I tell you that all the time. I listen back to our podcast to see how it sounds, and if I can enjoy doing that, then I would think other people would as well. And I know, like I say, it's growing. So we appreciate everybody being here, and no plans to stop now. We're 107 shows in.
Absolutely. And that's why this works. I think there are a number of reasons why this is successful. And one is that we can just come on here. Sure, Corey and I understand this. There are tons of podcasts out there that plan and produce and take at great lengths the preparation for their podcast. Corey and I jump on and start talking. That's basically what we do. We have about a 13-second conversation to say, oh, yeah. There was that commit a couple days ago. Okay, the tight end. Okay, let's go.
Well,
there's no preparation for this.
Part of what I take pride in is being able to be authentic. And I think that's part of kind of being able to come on here and speak our minds. And the same thing goes for when I'm with Don Patterson on. I mean, oftentimes Don and I don't even talk after a game, and I'll be on for half hour to an hour, and he finally jumps on and we haven't talked. And so to me, that's what I feel is great about having Don and Gary. And by the way, I talked about being down at the State Fair. I was able to kind of promote a little bit for this fall and winter. And I encourage everybody. This is what I'll say. People don't realize how powerful word of mouth is. And for those that have told others, their friends about our show, You're Not My Show, Mark, and of course the podcast, the post-game podcast with Gary Close and Don Patterson, please know that I appreciate that. We appreciate it. Just keep it up, because it is very powerful. And I don't know of another platform that has anything. This is not me bragging on myself. This is me bragging on the people who I work with. I don't know of any other platform that has people like Don Patterson and Gary Close working with them for as long as, each season as they do. So any support you can provide, including word of mouth, is very much appreciated.
Absolutely. And you may not think that you have an impact and just your loyalty in watching. But hey, if you mention it to one person, that one person may mention it to one person who then may mention it to 50 people, or get on a Twitter feed with 5,000 people, or whatever the case might be. So your support is appreciated, as Corey says, regardless of how, at what degree you think you're making an impact. And again, I think this, just to continue on my thought, that this works because of what Corey just outlined. Corey's the Iowa expert. I give my perspective. I am not an Iowa football expert. I can't be. I try to watch everyone and keep track of everything, but give that Big Ten or national perspective on it. And I think between the two of us, we cover it in a unique way.